Hello, everybody, and welcome back to NCAA 2004 in the Alabama Crimson Tide Dynasty mode. And we are here towards the end of the season looking over the SEC standings, and South Carolina has finally punched their ticket to the title game as it looks like they have clinched out the Eastern Division because it is very weak this year outside of them. But for us, we need a lot to go our way, man. Arkansas has made it down to the last few weeks of the season, completely perfect on the year, including beating us. And so they only have two more conference games, and we need them to lose both of those to even have a shot to go to the title game. And those two games are against a 4-6 Mississippi State and a 4-7 LSU. So the odds are not looking all that good. And even with Arkansas, where their placement is at number 5 in the country, there's a good chance that even if they finish out 12-0, they won't even have a shot at the title game, the BCS title game. And so since we lost and dropped down to, I think, 9th or 10th, we've only moved up 1 or 2 spots to 8 in the country. So our season has definitely been hampered and affected by Arkansas. And like I was explaining in that video, guys, at the beginning of the year, it's a very important game because it really does end up deciding the Western Division in the SEC. Because since both teams have been pretty much as good as each other in recent years at least, you know, losing that game pretty much decides whether or not you're going to go to the SEC title game and subsequently the BCS national title game if you even have a shot at it. So it's going to be our first time not going. And, geez, I didn't write that number down. I wrote every other number down for the Iron Bowl stats, but it's going to be our first time not going to the SEC title game, and I want to say like 6 or 7 years. So, it's definitely been a thing that we've prided ourselves on doing consistently, but we're not going to be doing it this year. So I needed to include another game in the season. I felt like it would have been too short with just like 3 games. So I am including the Iron Bowl. So I'll give you guys some fun stats about the Iron Bowl. So we have tied Bear Bryant's record, which is the record in the Iron Bowl, by the way, of the longest win streak in the rivalry, which is 9 games. So our win last year against Auburn made it 9 consecutive wins over Auburn, which even crazier, Sick Naben has never lost to the Tigers in this series. He's never lost to the Tigers, and we have blown them out every time. I've never included this game because Auburn sucks. They've sucked every single season that we've done this. After that year 4 victory when they went 8-5 that year, they haven't been good ever since. And Andrew Solomon's going to get a deflected, batted ball, and he's going to take it all the way to the end zone for touchdown number 16 on the year. Yes, you heard me correctly, 16 touchdowns in the regular season. We haven't even gotten to bowl play yet, and he's already got touchdown number 16, and that might even give him 1,300 yards on the year. That's close. If anything, he's in like the 1280s, 1290s range right now after that reception. So we take an early lead over the Auburn Tigers, the lowly Tigers, who are en route to have another 4-win season this year. I think they're 4-6, 4-7 heading into this game, and they're going to stick there. So, but Kennedy's going to fumble the football here on the punt return, and that's going to get recovered by Auburn. So the Tigers are going to get gifted a pretty nice opportunity on offense as we fumble it in our own end on the punt return. So 1st and 10 for the Tigers, and now let's see what junior quarterback Ruby Weiss can do. And as he finds a defender, and this one's heading the other way. It's going to be taken all the way back home as it's going to be Kevin Wagner, the freshman DB. What do you know, man? His first interception on the year, and it's a pick 6 taken all the way the other way. So he understands the significance of the rivalry here as he punches his stamp in Iron Bowl history with a pick 6 here. And now Matthews hit as he throws, but he gets rid of it to Barker, who makes the catch here inside the 50. So kind of a huge shot that Matthews took there. But hey, man, he's a physical guy. He can take those kind of tackles. Okay, he's a big man, big guy. He can do it. So 1st and 10 now for the Crimson Tide offense, and Matthews back to pass here, but he's going to keep it himself. And the C's are going to part here. Everyone's on the ground, and he's got some open space, and he's going to run it himself into the end zone, and we got Stanford Matthews with a rushing touchdown, a long one too. That was like a 30 to 40 yard rushing touchdown for Stanford Matthews, and that's we haven't seen stuff like that from Nichols in that kind of time. So an amazing play from Matthews, man. This is a heads-up quarterback play. He saw the opening immediately. I think Auburn sent maybe a linebacker or two, and he was like, dude, screw it. I'm going to flush out, and I'll take care of this myself. And he gets into the end zone, and that is a quick 21 points in the first quarter of play here over Auburn, and it's looking like more of the same for the Tigers in the Iron Bowl once again. The trophy, we didn't even bother taking it from the display case wherever it's at on campus because clearly they weren't going to take it from us. Absolutely not. But on a 3rd and short, Auburn's defense does come up big here, and Jameel Nichols is unable to find an open spot here to get to the first down marker. So, but Sick Naben is a very sick man, as his name implies, and on 4th and 1, he's going to keep the offense on the field, and this option play is just going from bad to worse as Nichols gets pushed about 10 yards back behind the line of scrimmage, and he's going absolutely nowhere. So both teams are really just fighting for first downs right now, as they're kind of hard to come by. But Auburn's going to get one on a turnover on down. So 1st and 10 here, and Weiss back through the air once again, and he does find an open target, and that is going to be Brandon Taylor, the top receiver here for the Auburn Tigers, over 600 yards and a nice little 3 touchdowns. But that kind of just shows you how bad Auburn has kind of fallen off here. I think their top receiver, who I just mentioned, is a 71, and everyone else is in the 60s. So yeah, that's like where Auburn's at as a program right now in this series. I don't know why they've gotten so bad and why the SEC as a whole has gotten so bad, but it just has. So we managed to stop Auburn, and on 4th and inches, they're just going to take the points here late in the first half. But you got to make those to get the points, buddy. You got to make those field goals to get the points. I don't know if you know how football works, but you got to nail the field goals in order to get the 3 points, which he did not do. So Auburn is going to continue to sit with a fat old goose egg on the scoreboard. Oh, he just barely missed it too, man. Just barely missed it. So, but still, 21-0. Well, 5 seconds left. Auburn does get the football back here, and Weiss now is going to take a deep shot downfield. That's going to be intercepted to end off the second quarter, and nothing else is going to happen or come of that. But I just wanted to show you guys that we do get another interception, and that is Ruby Weiss's 16th interception of the year. So remember, I was talking about Andrew Solomon having 16 touchdowns. Well, imagine, okay? Auburn's quarterback has thrown 16 interceptions, and if you're curious how many touchdowns, 11. So that is where we're at with Auburn. So I guess I'll just divulge a little bit here, since the game is already kind of spiraling out of control for the Tigers here. But Auburn has had a single. I mean, they haven't had a winning season since year number 4, the last time I ever showcased this game in this series. So year number 4 was the last time we watched the Iron Bowl. So it's been 6 full seasons, 6 or 7 seasons, of this series that I haven't shown a game against Auburn, and they haven't had a winning record since that year. So that's the reason why. They did go 7-7 in year number 7, which is funny. If you like angel numbers, I think that's what those are called. They did go 7-7 in year number 7, but that's it. That's all they've done, and presumably they won a bowl game because of that. Because going 7-7, they were probably 6-7 to finish the regular season, and then won their bowl game. So, but that's all they've done. That's all this program's been good for. And now they're entering the fourth quarter on a 4th and goal, trying to get into the end zone. And Weiss going to go with a read option. The only thing he's reading is the numbers on our defensive lineman's chest, as he absolutely eats some maroon jersey here. Maybe we can call him out. We can get an accurate call it here. He's reading Winfred Larson's numbers. That's all he read. And now things are going to get even worse for Auburn, as things are going to start spiraling and spiral. They're already spiraling, but it's even getting worse, baby. Is that Jameel Nichols? It might be. And we beat Alton Carr's record. You guys remember Alton Carr from Tennessee? I'd have to flip back through my notes right here to see what year that's from. But Alton Carr from Tennessee, we definitely remember that name. You guys, hopefully, if you've been watching the series long enough, you remember that name. So, but Jameel Nichols, a huge receiving touchdown. I mean, that was like a, 90-something yard? I just said it on the screen. I'm an idiot. I didn't read it. But, I was more focused on trying to remember Alton Carr's. I'm now flipping through the notes here, trying to see if I can find him somewhere. I don't even know where he might be year-wise. It wasn't that long ago, I feel. I feel like it was pretty recent where we were dealing with an Alton Carr. But either way, we are finally, or still rather, making things happen on offense. And can you believe this? Now, let's take a second, because the backups are now in against Auburn. You might be recognizing number 4 because, from earlier in the video. Yes, that is Kevin Wagner, the cornerback, who just got the final touchdown in the game. So he gets a pick 6 and a receiving touchdown. He can do it all. Travis Hunter, who? He can do it all. So I think he's just listed low enough on a receiver depth chart where he just, is there on the field with backups are in. So we haven't seen a lot of backup play so far this year because we've been in a lot of battles and a lot of dogfights this season. But towards the back half of our year, the last 3 or 4 games of the season, they've all been against really bad SEC talent, and we've been blowing them all out. And we blow out Auburn once again for the 10th now record-setting, 10th consecutive time. Sick Naben has never lost the Iron Bowl. So if you're a type of Alabama fan who really, or just college football fan in general, who really holds your coach to a high standard of winning the rivalry game, cough, cough, Ryan Day, then you will not be upset about Sick Nabin at all, because that's not a problem that he has. Maybe losing the random game every couple of years is something that bothers you because you're trying to win consecutive titles. I know I am, but either way, he's winning the rivalry, so you can't really be mad about it. Even the Tennessee rivalry, we do pretty well in that game, so I can't be super mad about it. But both quarterbacks combine for an 8-12 completions. I mean, that's just disgusting to score 35 points. And just completely hold Auburn to really nothing. I mean, just effectively nothing, doing a whole lot of nothing for a full quote-unquote 60 minutes. But we're going to get back now to the Hub World, and there you see Arkansas 1 out, got up to number 4 in the country, and now they're heading into the SEC title game against number 12, South Carolina, who did, in fact, make it as well. So Arkansas really needs some help from the Big 12 title game, and whoever's 1 and 2 in order to even get a shot at the title game. There's not even a guarantee they will, but we win another Quarterback of the Year trophy. I think that's number 5 or 6 in a row, by the way. We've had like 5 quarterbacks in a row win this trophy, so we have the best quarterback. We're quarterback university, man. That's what we do. But we're never getting Heisman votes, so just give up on it because we're never getting Heisman votes. I don't know what I need to do to get Heisman votes, but it's not going to happen in this game. I really don't know why that's the case. But we get an invite to go to the Cotton Bowl. We're going to be defending the Cotton Bowl against a team out of the Big 12. The runner-up in the Big 12, which is Colorado, who's 8-5. So it's not a very good Colorado team, and we are a very good Crimson Tide team. But we've moved up to number 5 in the country after championship week. And Arkansas is going to take the L. A big fourth quarter from South Carolina gives them an SEC title. So, hey, man. If we're not in it, at least the West Division doesn't win it. So the East finally takes an SEC title from the West as South Carolina wins their first in the series. And that's going to lead us into our bowl game against Colorado in the Cotton Bowl. A very bad offense. Geez, 107th in the country. Good Lord. So it's not the ending that we wanted, guys, but I hope to see you anyway in the Cotton Bowl when we try to win one against Colorado.